three basic forms of business ownership. But first, let's have an overview. What is business? So, business it is an organization that uses economic resources or inputs to provide goods or services or work to customers in exchange for money or other goods and services. We know that business is everywhere. Every time you are selling there or you see vendors, it's still a business, even though it is small. We consider it as business. So, there are three basic forms of business ownership. The following points highlight the top three forms of organization. The first one is the sole proprietorship, the second is the partnership, and the third one is the corporation. The sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship it is a least complex form of business enterprises, meaning it is simple. This form of business is owned by one individual who makes all business decisions, receives responsibilities or losses. From this description, the simplicity of the individual proprietorship is apparent. It is clear. Your vision is clear if you are just, because you are only one who will put this business, and no legal works is required to set up sole proprietorship. Although the individual proprietorship will often seek legal and accounting advice because sometimes their business is just like big, but they're only one owner. So one in business, the proprietorship is responsible for all business decisions because he is only one. So all the responsibilities, all the decisions is the one who will handle. The proprietor is responsible for all. So the owner determines how many employees to hire, or when they should be rewarded or finalized, or what products to produce, or how they are to be marketed. So the owner need not seek any permissions to make such decisions. The basic limitation upon decision making is that the owner must observe the law and honor contracts. Because when you are putting a business, sometimes there are mere permits. They have also the requirement, just like a basic, but not totally strict. And otherwise, the owner is free or make otherwise a foolish decision. So that's the sole proprietorship. And the next one is a partnership. A partnership is like an individual proprietorship, but with more than one owner. So this time, partnership is already have two or more owners. So it is a business enterprises that is owned by two or more people called partners who make all the business decisions, who share the profits of the business, and who bear the financial responsibility for any losses. Like individual proprietorship, partnership is easy to establish. It is also easy to establish. Most partners are based upon the agreement that spell about the ownership of shares and duties of each partner. So the partners may contribute different amounts of financial capital of organization. There may be an agreement of a division of the responsibility of running the business. It is good also in a partnership because if you are agreeing with each other that this one is the one who will manage and you are the one who will supporting, you're just like giving your capitals for your business, it's good if you have the agreement. And one partner may make all the business decisions, while the other partners or a silent partner may simply provide financial capital. That's the good thing also in partnership. So, and the third one is the corporation. Corporation, it is a form of enterprises that is owned by a large number of shareholders. The corporation has a legal status of fictional individual and is authorized by law to act as an a single person, because sometimes in corporation, it is not only one owner, but there are many. And they have also a different businesses. And it is not just like their name is it's not only one, but sometimes they are put in the other names. And unlike the sole proprietorship and partnership that can be established with minimal paperwork, kasi yung sole proprietorship and the partnership, minimal paperwork, but this corporation, it is not. Corporate charter is required to set up a corporation. The laws of each state are different, but typically for a fee, corporation can be established or and can be legal persons subject to the law of that state. So corporation, it is owned by individuals or shareholders who have purchased equity shares of stock in a corporation. And also the management of the corporation is required by the law to issue periodic reports of its shareholders describing financial and business activities of the corporation during the reporting period. Because sometimes in every businesses, just like a big companies, they have their annual reports and they will give their, just like the tax, eh, what their, just like they have their annual audit, or sometimes it could be quarterly, so that they will know uh, what's happening in their business, their cash flow, or they are just like have a gain or income or their losses, just like that. And as long as the corporation is run successfully, so the management team is allowed to continue. If the corporation fails on hard times, then the shareholders may vote out of the current board of directors, or the board of directors itself may decide to bring in a new management team, because sometimes we don't know in the future the business will be successful or not, because we will see some businesses there it's like bankrupt, there are losses, and sometimes other company consolidate, so that that a company will still go on, because it's big already, and it is also hard to manage just like this, because many owners and there are many shareholders who were involved in this corporation. And this time, let's have an exercise. If we learn from this lesson, so let us define whether it will be a sole proprietorship, a partnership, or a corporation. So let's start. So number one is, it is a business owned by one person. So the clue here is owned by one person. So it is sole proprietorship, right? So the next one, it is an organization owned by many people, but treated by the law as though it were a legal entity. So the clue here is but treated by the law, or it were a legal entity. So it means it is corporation, right? And the third one is business that it is a business that two or more people own and or operated for their profit under contractual agreement. The clue here is two or more people own and also the agreement. So it is partnership. Okay, number four is the owner need to seek anyone permission to make its decisions? So the clue here is need not to seek any permission. So it is the sole proprietorship. And number five, it is one in business, the owner is responsible for all business decision. He's the one who is responsible for all his decision. So it is sole proprietorship. And number six, it is a business ownership that is based upon an agreement that spells out the ownership or shares or the duties of each partner. So the clue here is based upon the agreement and duties of each partners. So it is partnership. And seven is it is a form of business enterprises that is owned by a large number of shareholders. So the clue here is a large number of shareholders. So it is corporation. So number eight is it is a business ownership that has a legal status of a fictional individual and is authorized by law to act as a single person. So the clue here it is a legal status of fictional individual and it is authorized by a law. So it is corporation. And number nine, it is like the individual proprietorship that is easy to establish. It is just like a sole proprietorship when you are just like making this business. So it is what? Partnership. So on number 10, the last one is it is one partner may make all the business decision while the other partners is a silent partner and may simply provide financial capitals. Some of her friends will give some capitals and some who may manage that business. So what is that? So it is partnership. So I hope we will learn from this short lesson the types of business ownership. And thank you and once again. Good morning in everyone. Thank you.